So this is going to be an official test of my X-Rite color checker passport. You've probably seen one of these things before. It has like a whole palette of colors that you can use to color grade and whatnot, and of course then it's got the white balance checker, neutral gray. You can use for a number of things like white balance, as well as if you had a spot meter, you can spot meter for exposure. So right now, I don't know off the top of my head what my exposure settings are on my camera right now. I'm shooting on a Sony A6400, and I'll put them below. I will put them below here in just a minute, and so you can know exactly like all of the different settings that I have on the camera. One, I'm going to see if I can even grade this thing. I don't know what it's going to look like. This is really my first trial run with this, so inshallah works out well. Hope your fast is going well. It's a beautiful day today. Warm, not too oppressively hot though. I mean, it's already probably around 1 or 2 o'clock, well into the dhuhr hour, and I love it, man. I was telling a friend of mine, my friend Hisham, you know, coming from an African American background, that of course implies that there's some mixed heritage. African, in my case, West African, and then European, predominantly Northern European. And I think my ancestors must have met in the middle in the Mediterranean, because I love Mediterranean weather, food. Even the people are like more chill. So here in Southern California, I wish there was a way to have Southern California weather with Midwestern cost of living. So if anybody figures that out, inshallah, if you can figure that out, please get back to me. That would be wonderful. So inshallah, I'm gonna go check this out and see how this, you know, when I went to school, I went to school for photography, and of course I have experience of back in the old days, actually, you know, well, one, I mostly shot black and white, but two, color grading. I did do some wet lab work, shooting on both positive and negative film, and color grading, you know, in the lab. That was actually a lot of fun. I missed the wet lab of photography. It was a blast. The digital stuff just isn't the same. But anyway, so I have a little bit of experience with that, but videography is definitely another ball game, and especially with this you know, stuff. So I'm also curious, because I'm shooting right now. That's how I'm able to shoot with such a wide aperture. Sitting here in the midday sun is to shoot with what's called an ND filter, a neutral density filter that is supposed to block out equal parts of all the light. Supposed to not have a color shift, although I have noticed sometimes when I shoot with my ND filter, there's some funky stuff going on sometimes with the color shift. That's why I'm curious to see how this turns out. So, inshallah, trial number 1. First, some vitamin D.